Well, hi there. We're back. It's episode 10. That sounds right. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for being here, as always. I'm Amy. You probably know that by now, and I'm here with my friends Victoria
Hi.
and Lucas
Hey,
and Alex
hello.
and DK
Hey there.
and Michael.
Sorry, I'm awkward on
I
the
love
best day.
it. And Michael.
Hello.
And special announcement time. We have had such a very, very good time playing with my friend Leah that we have decided to bring her on this crazy adventure with us for the foreseeable future. So, Leah, welcome.
Hey.
Hey, we're so happy to have you here.
Yay.
I'm stoked to be in the game.
We like Fen a lot. Super excited to have you along. So, let's get started. Last time we were all here together, you all had successfully made your debut in the Feywild to the Greyhawk mummers who kept their end of the bargain and fucked off to allow Aligarthus to light all of the beacons. You all assisted one by one with an incredible race up two of the columns between Fen and Dash, with Fen only barely triumphing and reaching the top of his column first. After you had lit the beacons and the Hall of Mirrors had appeared on the surface of the lake, you strategized for quite some time over how to get word back that Aligarthus had safely made it across. Eventually, he gives you the map as promised for your assistance before jumping into the lake with Fenn's mechanical bird. After a couple of tense moments, the bird burst back through the surface of the lake, conveying that Aligarthus had indeed safely made his way back to the material plane. You eventually traveled on, finding a small valley to camp in, where you all made yourself comfy, where Echo took watch overnight and heard a squeaking from somewhere in the distance, but decided to let it pass on. The next day, you traveled on once again, where you came across a red pull cart by the side of a lake that put on a little marionette production of all of you doing everything since the moment that you entered Yon. It also gave you a ticket good for one free audience with Endlin Moongrave. But deciding to put that on hold, you moved on to Lockberry Henge, where there was a game of some sort in progress that Fen noticed could be completed in one move. Making that move and finishing the game summoned these little stone creatures called the Koreds. In particular, you met Argantel of Shale and Jagu of Chalk, who had just lost the game to Argantel and was very unhappy about it. After speaking with Argantel about potentially forming a allyship to take against Endlin Moongrave, there was a noise from the Brigganocks, and Argantel explained their plight to you and how they wish to drive the Brigganocks from this land. You did take two. You did eventually manage to reach a deal with Argantel to find some sort of resolution in this ongoing conflict between them and the Brigganocks before a party broke out with music and dancing and all the food you could possibly eat and a beautiful selection of delicious drinks. You all are just kind of hanging out and doing your own things in various places while this party rages on, showing no signs of stopping. What would you like to do, friends?
So they've got drumming and dancing and food and booze. Have we boozed?
I don't know that anybody has boozed.
I'm going to look for a drink.
There are plenty of drinks to be had in small silver goblets placed along various trestle tables around the hinge.
I'll join him.
Yep. Where are the
I'm
rest of
still with Juniper, just watching the goings on
have
while she eats her kebabs.
She has a lot of kebabs.
have we seen Echo eat or drink anything?
Make a history check. First roll of the game, really early on tonight.
Woohoo.
Woohoo.
24.
Oh, 24. You do not recall seeing Echo eat or drink anything.
Okay. Gonna imbibe and see if any of our friends are in need of provisions. Where's everybody else?
I
Where is
will.
everybody else?
I will be probably just anxiously clinging on to a couple of like Fen or Endai, not wanting to be alone in this situation. But if anyone are any of the Korads, are any of the Korads playing the game that we saw at the very beginning?
It doesn't look like anybody's playing at the moment. Everybody's too kind of wrapped up in the dance and the music.
Okay. If no one's over there, I will venture over and just kind of like analyze it and try to learn how to play it.
Okay.
Alone.
Seeing,
Sorry, I was
seeing
turning the heater
Ree's-
down.
Seeing Ree's anxiety and interest in the game, I'm gonna grab myself another beverage and one for her as well, and go over and say, "Have you played before?"
I don't think so. I don't think I know what it is actually.
I know what it is called, right? I knew all the rules and things.
You didn't know all the rules and things. There's one that's very similar to a game that you played back home, but it's not exactly the same. There's maybe 4 or 5 extra pieces, and the board is laid out slightly differently.
I'll say this is a lot like a game I used to play back home, called something very. It's a very interesting game. Maybe we can try to play. Try to get a game
Sure.
going.
Yes, sure. I would love that. I'm not much of a dancer, but games, I can do.
Here, have this.
Oh, you know, well, sure. And like hesitantly takes a
Cheers.
very tiny sip. Cheers.
It's very rich and deep and kind of spicy.
Surprisingly good for people made of stone.
Yeah, wouldn't expect it. And then I guess I'll try to set the board based on the information I have from the game I played back home.
Okay. Can make an intelligence check.
I can certainly do that. 13.
13. Yeah, you might be slightly off simply because the board is just a little bit different, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
And then gonna try to explain what each of the pieces do. Oh,
All right.
this one
Pay
goes like
attentively
this,
listens.
and this one goes like this, and nervously taking a drink because I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I'm trying really hard to impress my new friends.
I'm filling in the gaps. I'm like, yes, and that goes there. And I think I pick up on it like relatively quickly, I hope. And it makes perfect sense. I'm like, yes, okay, great. And I'm immediately incredibly invested in it.
You can make an intelligence check as well, right?
Oh, fun.
I hope you got new dice.
Oh
No.
no. I can see.
It rolled, number one, it rolled out of the bowl and onto my computer. So who's to say if I should count it? But I think it's funny.
No, you should absolutely not count it. It was a misroll, an accident. Roll it again.
Okay. All right. It's a 4. It was a 1.
Oh no.
The one. Oh.
I tested them all before I started.
That one goes in jail.
You made all of your good
Immediately.
rolls
Jail.
already.
Put it in jail.
That's probably what I did. Jail. I have 3
No.
other options.
Nope, you're faking it pretty decently, but you just cannot wrap your head around what is going on here.
Yeah. Well, if it sorry, I didn't add my modifier. Intelligence is a
Yes.
No, it would be an 8. Better.
I mean, you're getting closer. Understand maybe a couple of more pieces.
Mm-hmm. One sip of wine went straight to her head. My head.
And then once we're kind of playing, I wanna, and we get kind of into a rhythm of trying to play. I wanna say, so did you lot come across that those portraits? Oh, am I frozen? I'm frozen. No.
You're not frozen.
We got you.
We got you.
My back.
Yeah.
You were
Oh,
never
okay.
gone.
Yeah.
Hi.
Everything else is frozen for me.
Oh,
Oh, mine is frozen. Damn it.
Ah, fuck.
no.
I can hear.
You can
Oh, there we
see
go.
it.
We're good. I think.
Maybe. Okay.
Unless everybody's being
Ooh.
very, very still.
Yes.
We
No.
might just be being very, very still.
We-
But dance.
we
I'm no
are.
longer being still.
Okay.
Doing an interpretive dance. Good.
There we go. Okay. Yes. Sorry.
Cool. Oh, the portraits in Loomlurch.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. They were quite upsetting for a few of us. Not everybody examined them, just Dash and I, but we didn't really have the best experience with them. Did you examine them as well?
I did. There was an interesting one of he said it was yourself and Dash that I mean when I went to get a closer look, I pricked my fingers and the portrait transformed.
Mhm.
Was I saw my family, I saw my home.
Mhm.
Did I was it your family that I saw?
My family. Before you pricked your finger?
I
That depends on what you saw. Was I in it?
was she?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You were. And there was another woman in it as well, I
Mhm.
believe.
Yes, my mother.
Yeah, I don't mean to pry, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious.
Yes, well, I'm unfortunately can't give you much more information on the portraits than you already have. They seem to change in nature when you touch them. And as far as my family goes, there is me and my wonderful mother, who I love very much and I miss her. And then the figure of my father, which is as much a mystery to you as it is to me.
I see. What's your mother's name?
My mother's name is not something that I have to go back and look for. Is My mother name is Blythe Thistle. She's a lovely, lovely woman.
Blythe, eh?
Mhm.
Isn't that Welsh? Sorry, that's out of game.
I don't know of of a Welsh language. Is that something you study at the monastery?
Language is definitely part of what we study there. Yeah.
Yes, well, some people say that life has connotations or means something like happiness or warmth or light, and she is all of those things and more. It was just me and her and my neighbor who took quite a lot of care of me when she needed it when I was growing up, but it never really I never felt as if anyone was missing. She worked very hard and she did her best to take care of me. And now I am at school learning magic so that hopefully one day I can help take care of her. I hope she's doing well. I haven't seen her in quite a long time.
That's beautiful. What made you leave home?
Well, well, I always wanted to study magic. My neighbor taught me about it and introduced me to it when I was very young, but he uh, left town before I could get into any real study, before I was of any age of consequence. So I waited and I applied and got accepted to Quartermain Academy, and it was an opportunity that I couldn't refuse. It is very hard to leave my mother all alone, but my town isn't really a place where magic was in a plentiful supply, especially not the kind of focused study and academic that I really wanted to do. So I had to go.
Having grown up in a world of academia, I can say that Emma, sorry, my daughter.
That's it, Bob.
Give me that.
So
In the middle of a sentence.
Got its little loop.
Donut.
I'm still waiting for my kitty. Oh, that really sucks. I was really enjoying this conversation.
I know. I'm holding on to it.
I know,
Me
everybody's
just
like,
wondering why
pause, because we want it to continue.
none of the rest of us have had these conversations somehow.
Yeah.
Other things to focus on. I know it took me, it's thrown me for a loop. I was like, oh gosh, I haven't thought about this actually in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oops, I guess I'd better open my character questionnaire.
look, if you're not
And then I
visibly
realized
suffering
their
over
names
it,
were bad
I'm not part
puns.
of the conversation.
I know all of your characters very well.
Sure.
I don't know names and stuff either, but I've got you. Don't worry.
I need to get you the names of my characters. I wrote them down and I meant to send them to you and never did.
Yeah, it's okay.
I see
Sorry
that
about that.
being double connotation there. Like, I got you, and I know who you are, and I know what you're about to do. Whoa.
I made your whole family. Don't worry. All right, sorry. Please.
Continue. Okay. Thank you for waiting.
Mhm.
Yeah, having grown up in a world of academia and those who were passionate about the pursuit of knowledge, I know how wonderful that can be. And I was lucky enough to grow up surrounded by lots of family, and I can only imagine how proud your mother must be of you and how happy she'd be to see you go. And I'm sure she's also glad to maybe be on her own for a bit as well, and know that you're out flourishing, and she gets to have that knowledge and find her own life again. And
I
she's
hope
there.
so. I hope so. And she always took incredible care of herself. She did not need me in any way. Sometimes I think I was more of a hindrance to her than a help, but um I hope she'd be proud. She'd also probably be very scared. So when I finally do get back to seeing her, I'll have to be very careful about some of the details that I share with her.
Aye.
The growing up in such an academic place must have been incredible. What is it like at your monastery?
Load of lots of pretentious folks trying to one-up each other. I was a bit of a troublemaker, not gonna lie. I was more interested in the combat and adventuring. I did my learning. I did my studies, learned lots, but I'd rather swing through the trees, and I had more fun sparring than studying.
Well, it sounds like if you ever get tired of studying, I will happily join you at the monastery or take your place in your studies. Though I don't know if anybody would ever confuse you for me or me for you. So I don't know how that ruse would work.
I doubt it, but I'd be happy to introduce you to some folks.
If we ever get out of
Time
this
should
place,
come.
I'd love to see.
Yeah. Oh, and this piece goes here, and I think, is that game?
I think I haven't really been keeping track of the rules. I had it at first and then I lost it. But so let's just say you won. Great job.
Yeah, I think I knew what I was doing. Yes. Good job, us. Cheers.
Cheers.
Very good. What would the others of you like to be doing?
I'm gonna have a drink as well, and I want to talk to is Shale, the Shale guy and the chalk Shale man and Chalk man still around?
Well, Argantal is a lady Korred. She is of
Oh.
Shale, and then Jagu of Chalk.
Are the stone people partaking of this food as well?
Yes, they are.
Okay. And drink.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, then I'll grab one of the saltiest looking beverages that they have, and walk over to the chalk man.
Jagu.
Jagu, thank you.
All right. He is currently having a laugh with another Korred with a big tankard in his hand.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Would you mind if we changed the tune of the music?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, there is music in there.
There
in the
is
room.
music, yes. We do have
Okay.
our songs.
Is it okay to go up to the people and ask if they know a specific song?
I'm sure you could ask them. I'm sure they would also stop and let you perform if you would like.
Oh, no. I don't perform music.
Oh. That's a shame.
A little singing, but nothing major. Would you direct me to the person that would know?
I mean, there's a whole series of them. Just go pick one.
Okay. So I'll walk up
And
to
there
one.
is like a group of probably like 6 that are like 4 of them are beating out percussion on like big giant stones. Now you're not quite sure how it's radiating, and the other 2 are playing, like one's playing a big sort of piped instrument, wind instrument. And the other one is playing a stringed, kind of like a harp, except much smaller and one hand hold. On one hand plays.
I wanna walk up to the stone person with the harp
Okay.
and whisper into their ear while they're playing and say, do you know how to play the House of Hell?
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Okay. Maybe just switch it to something something a little more dark.
Mm,
Did you do that?
it's kind of a party, pal.
Oh,
Bring the mood down.
just one, and I
You're
wanna
really harsh on my vibe. Really.
I want to try to really get in there and uh, I don't know,
What are you
persuade.
trying to do?
I want to get
You
in
could
there
make
and persuade him.
Okay. Make a persuasion check. What do you
Okay.
say to persuade him?
I'll say, listen, it would really mean a lot to me, and it's just one song.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
8.
8. He goes, maybe not the right place, pal. You know, read the room.
So I'll finish whatever drink I'm drinking. Say, well, thanks anyways, and just walk away, grabbing another salty beverage.
It's very sour as well.
Mm,
Quite sharp.
just kind of upset and like, meh.
Salty about it.
Salty beverage, salty attitude.
That broody rogue, I love it. Who's next?
I think
So-
Dash is just he's excited that Endai took decided that he was going to go away. So I'm like, oh well, good. Now I've people the skewers back to myself again, and I'm still just plowing them down. Like it's at this point, if people were watching me, they'd be like, where is it all going? Because I've literally eaten, half my body weight in mystical refilling meat just for over an hour or however long we are into the party at this point. Occasionally I'll look over and see if I can catch Juniper's eye. And if she's not beat down in something, I'll just huck a spear over in her direction, just kind of every once in a while, just to keep the party going.
She catches them out of midair and chomps down on them, skewer and all.
And I'll be sticking more to the perimeter of things, mostly keeping it to myself. This is not exactly my comfort zone these days. But while I'm staying kind of more removed, Taconite will definitely be in the mix with everybody who's dancing and having a good time and doing the big, dog jump and the woo 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 when he's really excited. And I'll be tapping into that feeling telepathically because I'm like normally we'd use telepathic control for feeling or hoping for more like but I just want to get that vicarious experience of being a happy dog a little while. while I just quietly, solitarily examine the megaliths that make up the henge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me, please.
All right.
Omric. Get your
One more.
dice.
Check my modifier. Okay. That's 15.
15. Okay. You notice that kind of on the back of all of these monoliths, down towards the base, there is a different rune set in every one of them, a glyph. And they all kind of faintly glow with this kind of arcane energy.
Do I recognize the rune or glyph?
Make an investigation check. Not investigation. Make a
Hana?
I don't know.
Insight?
We'll do an arcana. We'll do an arcana. I think that's
All right. That's a 6.
6. Nope.
All right. Well,
Got nothing.
I'm gonna wander over to where Ree and Fen are, and say, "Hey, so sorry to interrupt. I just noticed some runes at the base of these big stones here. Was wondering if I could borrow some paper to like make a sketch, and maybe those of you who are more inclined in this direction might be able to help make sense of that."
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. Here, you can take them, and I'll pull just loose papers from my bag out for you. Does this work? There's nothing on the bottom half of it. And I can come take a look too if we're all done here, Fen. Is the game over? I'm not sure.
Ben.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes. I think so. I can't quite say for certain. We'll
right.
call it.
All right. Great game. Yes, I'll take a look at the runes or what Amrik has drawn.
Cool. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Echo, what are you doing in the meantime? Before we all can kind of meet back up after this moment with the rune.
After I see that Dash is tossing Juniper some apologies. After I see that Dash is tossing Juniper some meat and she seems content and has an ally nearby her, I'm gonna start to kind of assess the situation and do a perimeter check while the revelry is going on.
Okay. Make a perception check.
$26.
26. Jesus. Okay. There's nothing inside of the circle that seems to be really catching your attention, but turning your back to it and allowing your eyes to adjust to the darkness in front of you. At a ridge, not terrifically far from you, but right on the edge of your dark vision, you see what appears to be just a rustle of movement in the darkness. Almost like a piece of the darkness has moved.
Uh-oh.
Is anyone else within direct eyesight of me?
I would say that so Fen, Ree, and Omric are like at the game table, kind of in the middle of this plateau with the megaliths around it. And you're kind of right at the edge. So they're not more than, 30 or so feet from you. I think that everybody would be relatively close by.
Okay. I'll shout out. I'm gonna go see something. Be vigilant. And walk towards it immediately with my bow drawn.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
I think do I see Echo leaving, walking away?
Yes.
I think I'm gonna just run
You've
after.
just shouted out.
I'm just gonna run after them.
Okay.
That was
You
a
can also make
12.
A 12. You head towards where you had seen this movement, Indide trailing behind you by a few feet. And you head exactly to the spot. You know it was here, but you can't seem to find anything that's unordinary. It's just rocks and rocks. Rocks.
I'm gonna grab my skull with a handle in it. See if that
Okay.
helps illuminate anything.
Oh, nice. Okay. Let me look at it. Okay. You sweep the light out from your skull lantern, but you do not. I mean, you see the normal shadows kind of dance away from where your light refracts off of these sheets of rock around you, but you don't see any movement in there.
Okay. I'm gonna put my skull away and sit down and sit quietly. See what happens.
Okay.
I'll finally catch up to Echo and say, Echo, what are you doing?
We're gonna wait. Or you can go back to the circle.
Um, what did you see? Very quietly, I'll say that. What did you see?
Movement and shadow. Oh, shh.
Okay, shadows. And I'll hide.
Make a stealth check for me, please. I thought I was muted. Wasn't muted, but I thought it was.
21.
21. Okay. Echo, are you also making, are you attempting to hide?
Yes. I know my steps won't make any noise, so
Cool.
I would
Make a
also
stealth
like
check.
to hide. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Nat 20. Very good. You both feel very well hidden. All right. We'll go back for a moment to Omric and Finn and Ree, and we'll include Dash, which you've probably noticed them all starting to converse in the middle of this plateau. So if you would like to join them, of course.
I think he's keeping an eye on him. You know, he's not the. If he looks over there and sees a bunch of, relatively brainy people all converging into space, he's like, I don't know if I want to. If I'm going to be much use to this group of people.
Grew up in academia, but I wouldn't say I'm brainy.
You also saw Echo and Indai making a move towards out into the darkness.
Or perhaps they want a moment alone. Not like that. Not like that. Maybe like that, but not like that.
I think if Dash heard, I think if I heard what Echo said, that I'll just keep
I'm sorry.
I'll keep an eye on Juniper and just kind of take over the role of watcher of the group for now.
Okay. Excellent. All right, we'll go to the Brady people. Are you all going to look at these runes?
I'm gonna try.
I'm not. I'm gonna go join the musicians. Have fun with that. Enjoy you lot.
Beautiful. Make a performance check for me, Fen.
Going to down my beer, my beverage. $15.
15. Not bad. Not bad. Catch on to their tune very quickly. Add a nice little melody in with them. Ree and Omric.
Yeah. Looking at runes, hanging
Looking
out.
at runes. I'm having a great time. This is my idea of fun.
Make an intelligent Arcana. We'll do Arcana check.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Double digits.
Come on.
That is a 21.
21. Nice comeback. We like that.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
So the root glyph in all of them is teleportation, but they've all been slightly altered. And each one has been altered differently. Maybe it would suggest a destination.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
That's okay.
All right. Okay. I will kind of, as I decipher them and look over them, say all of that out loud to Amrek. They're all slightly different, so they all must go somewhere different, but I couldn't tell, I can't tell where they might go or what. But I'm wondering if perhaps something like this may have to do with the disappearance of our former traveling companions.
Ah, yeah, fair question. I suppose we could ask someone. So we've established something in this through. We've established that Slate and Chalk have been the two we've talked with the most. I'm wondering if maybe, and seem to play perhaps more of an active role. I'm wondering if maybe we talk to one of the representative one of the other types and see if we can learn a little bit more from that. Just kind of innocuous curiosity.
Sure. Yes. I see no reason why we can't be a little curious about what's going on. And perhaps they'd be happy to tell us all about their wonderful magic work.
Yes. Should we say that we're looking at the granite one right now? Just for
Okay. Give me a minute.
Can I tell by looking at the choreds, like, do the choreds, like shells or whatever they are, do they mimic the different types of stone that they're each from? Like, does Argantu look like fur pieces shale? Does Jagu look like he's made of chalk?
His pieces of chalk. Yep, they are.
Yep. So I mean, we're looking at the granite one. Let's go find a granite friend, maybe.
Sure, yes. Can you tell the stones apart so easily?
I grew up under the hills and in a mining community, so I can at least place most of these. Yeah.
Very useful. Yeah, granted it is then.
All right. Can we spot a granite friend who looks like in a sociable state of intoxication? Like guard is down a little bit, but not sloppy.
Okay. You're looking for any one of them in particular, or are you looking for the granite one, or just whoever is having a great time?
I think, yeah, let's start with whoever's having a great time, and then we can match to the appropriate stone.
Beautiful. So the one that seems to be having the most fun right now is the one made of marble. That's this absolutely gorgeous white shot through with jet black, dancing around, and has a big stone tankard in their hand and is just kind of weaving back and forth on their feet for the moment, trying to hum along to the music. It just horribly, tunelessly, out of time, out of key, but enjoying it nonetheless.
Perfect. All right, so I'm going to point to the marble column and point to the marble forehead just to help know which one, like which one we're leading to which column.
Yep.
Right.
I'll write it down so I just have the glyph readily available.
Sounds good. All right, shall we make our approach?
Yes, if you could lead the way, that'd be great. But I'll be right behind you.
Says good. So we'll approach. Have we learned this Korod's name yet, or am I starting off with an introduction?
I don't believe you know anybody's names yet.
All right. Well, can I tell the? Sorry, have we done the gender? Is it? Can we tell?
No, not really with this one. No.
All right. Hello, friends. My name is Omric. This is Ree. We've met briefly in passing earlier, and have just truly been enjoying your hospitality.
Me too.
We are both, you might say, aficionados of the crafts that we're seeing here. The craftwork on these great columns is something to behold, and couldn't help but notice and admire the carvings or the etchings at the bottom of each one, and couldn't help but notice it. You, as a noble representative of our marble friends here, yes,
noble representative,
yes,
I like that.
And was wondering if you could help us make sense of what we're seeing here at the base of that mighty marble column.
Oh, you read the glyph.
Yes, indeed.
That's my glyph. That's my glyph. I made that glyph.
You made it?
I did. I'm really good at it.
I can tell from the craftsmanship. It's a teleportation glyph, right?
Yep. This is how I go home.
How you go home? Where's your home?
It's in the column.
In the column.
Yeah, the column is my home.
Fascinating. Well, that sounds like a wonderful home. I would love to have a home made of marble. It sounds quite luxurious.
It's really great. It's my favorite. Really, it's my favorite.
I bet. And everyone here uses those glyphs.
They're all different, though. Different glyphs.
Because they all go to different homes.
Yes.
Presumably.
Exactly. You're so smart.
Thank you. I try. Could anyone outside of the Korads ever learn to use these?
Doubtful. Maybe if they were made of stone. Maybe.
That makes sense, especially because I don't know that anyone who wasn't made of stone would find it pleasant to go into stone.
Probably not. No, I don't think that you would like it.
I don't think so either, though it looks lovely from the outside.
There you go.
Have you ever had anyone disappear, any non-stone people or stone people, I guess, disappear in this area?
Not us. Not us.
But other people.
Well, a lot of things have gone away since the hag took the castle.
Well, yes. So we've been told it's very unfortunate what she's done to this place. It sounded like it was quite wonderful beforehand.
It really was.
And still a little now through your work.
No, it's pretty awful.
Yeah. But perhaps it can be made better soon.
Maybe.
Well, thank you very much for satisfying my curiosity. Does that, Almeric, is your curiosity satisfied?
Very much so. Thank you again, friend, for your hospitality and sharing this time with us.
Sure. This is great. This is great. They're just gonna wander
Indeed
off.
Perfect.
It's like in a slightly unsteady line.
Well, at least we know he'll be able to get home easily.
Indeed we do.
So I guess our Gleam and everyone probably didn't disappear into the rocks.
Seems unlikely, and if it did happen, I hope it doesn't feel like it will go well for them. So hopefully that's not what happened.
Fully.
A worthy investigation nonetheless.
Yes, indeed. I am going to go back to the board game now. Would you like to join Fen and I? We think we figured out how to play it.
Oh, I fucked right off to go play, and now I'm definitely at least 1 or 2 more drinks in, and there's dancing, right?
Yes, there's dancing.
I am now definitely trying to ask them to teach me some of their rock dances.
They will bring you right in with them. And you
Yes!
can make a performance check. And I would like for you to mark that you danced with the Chorids.
In my notes?
Just to keep a mental note of that.
Okay. Why? I can't wait to find out.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's
I
fine.
won't worry about it. I'm just excited to find out. The beverages seem to have impacted my performance. That's a 9.
I died. Not as graceful, but you're having a really great time. It's awesome and fun, and might be not too much fun for outsiders, but definitely fun for you. Isn't that what really matters?
Cheers.
Excellent. Let's go back to Echo and I sitting outside at the top of a small rise, a distance away from the rest of the group and the party. You all have hidden yourselves amongst the rocks and are watching for signs of movement. I'd like both of you to make perception checks for me.
17 for me.
17.
14.
14. Okay. You don't notice anything. The surrounding area seems to be quite still. Of course, there is this kind of raucousness going on below you that's bright and loud and casts a lot of shadows around you. You all sit and see kind of the spectacle going on below you, and suddenly in the back of you, let's try that again. You feel like a piercing coldness through your back and fill your chest, and you are going to take 9 points of necrotic damage, and you feel your strength sap away from you, and you take a -1 to your strength score. And we're gonna roll initiative. Everybody.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Change the music.
What the hell?
Should we roll initiative even if we're not in the where they are?
Go ahead and roll it, but don't give it to me yet. Okay.
Cool.
Just so you have it. I'm gonna roll mine.
Even
What's
though
your
I-
initiative?
We're good.
Oh, man.
So who's up there? Echo.
Dirty 20.
What's your
Onric rolled a
dexterity
2.
modifier? 2.
Oh,
Okay.
dexterity?
Yes, your dexterity modifier.
Yeah, dirty 20. It's 4.
4. Okay. Gotcha. And Indi.
12.
12. Okay. We're going to start with us. So, Inda, you feel that blast of pain in your chest and give an involuntary gasp, which alerts Echo to your situation. Echo, you are up first. Also, you don't think anybody below you is aware of your peril.
I'm just gonna yell battle and aim at whatever is, if anything, is visible.
Okay. You turn your head after yelling and look towards Indai, and behind him is just this amorphous shadow that's detached itself from the darkness with this big gaping void in the center of what would be considered its face.
I'm gonna fire. I'm just gonna fire at it, see if that does anything.
Okay, it's right behind Indai, so hope it's a good one. Roll to hit.
$15 to hit.
A 15 does hit. Roll your damage.
So that's 4.
4 points of damage.
Piercing.
Piercing. Look at my thing. What kind of arrows are you using? Just your standard. That's your standard arrow.
Yep, standard arrow.
Okay. It pierces through kind of the shadowy essence, leaving behind like a trail of this gaseous substance. But it seems to recoil part of it, and you're not quite sure that you did as much damage as you would normally have done. Anything else for you, Echo?
I guess I'm gonna just peek at Indai, see if he's okay, but otherwise.
Okay.
No.
That'll roll everybody else in. Finn, what was yours?
17.
Dash. You're muted.
11.
11. And Ree?
Also 11.
11. What is your dexterity modifiers?
Definitely worse than Dash's. 0.
Yeah, +3.
Okay.
Mine's +3 too.
Don't have to know yours. You didn't roll the same as anybody else.
Oh.
All right. That was Echo. So looking at the shadow that has just slightly malformed from your arrow, your attention is caught from behind him as there appears another shadow. And then another detaches itself from the ground, and another detaches from the side. And you look around, and there are a multitude of figures around you. Not quite sure how many, since they keep moving in and out of the shadows from the lights below you. And one of them is going to slink up behind you. Try to hit. Nope, it's not going to hit. So you feel a coldness on the back of your skull, but it seems to drift right past you. That'll be their turn. Finn, you are up. Indai, you'll be after that.
Well, I am mildly shut-faced and dancing and paying absolutely no attention. Is there anything that would have grabbed my attention away from what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I
Echo
mean,
yelled.
but I wasn't sure if it was far off or.
It's they're about maybe 80-ish, 90-ish
Okay.
feet from you.
But
I'd
it's
say you would hear
loud
it.
and it would have
Yeah.
music would have stopped and all that. Okay.
Oh yeah, there's been a reaction in the camp.
Oh, okay.
I just haven't quite
I'm sorry.
gotten to that turn yet.
Yeah. Am I seeing these shadows?
Not from where you currently are, no.
Okay. But I hear the disturbance. I've noticed it. I'm gonna run towards
You've
it.
heard echo. Okay.
Okay. If I heard echo, I'm going to run.
Okay.
Run to their
You're
aid.
about 90 feet away. Not sure what
Okay.
your movement speed is.
I have a 40, so I will dash his bonus action.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna get
That puts you
there.
about 10 feet away from them, and as your eyes kind of adjust as you make your way up, you can see one behind Echo, one behind Indai, and there's a flicker of movement in the shadows and the darkness around you.
I have a dart I want to throw at a shadow.
Okay. At either of the ones behind your companions or a different one?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to Endai as Echo seems a bit more tough. I'm going to try to support Endai. I'm gonna toss a dart at the one by them.
Okay. Roll to hit. Guess you haven't seen Indai in action yet, have you?
No. He's always hiding in plain fucking sight. That's a natural one.
Natural 1. And you threw it at the one behind Indai. I would like for you to roll your damage, please.
I'm sorry, Endai. I'm drunk. It's not you. I'm sorry. 5.
5. Indai, you take 5 points of damage as the dart sticks into your shoulder.
And then I'm gonna use my speech. Oh fuck! I'm sorry. Sorry, bud.
Action, bonus action, anything else?
I know my dash was my bonus. So
yeah, okay. All right, Indai, you're up.
So sorry.
I think I'm so surprised and hurt right now. not just from the ice attack, necrotic ice attack, but also the stabbing dart attack as well. I think the first thing that I need to do is cast Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
Okay.
When a creature I see within 30 feet of me makes an attack, I can use my reaction. Did I get a reaction to
You
the
have
initial attack?
well, okay, so you have to use a reaction as soon as you get hit.
Right.
So basically, as soon as somebody says they hit you and do damage, then you can go, I'm going to use my reaction to do this. So if we would like to bloop, bloop, bloop back up a little bit to when Finn hit you, I would let you use your reaction. I know you're learning. We're doing this.
Is that okay with everyone?
Everybody good with that?
Especially the person that stabbed you.
Use your cool thing.
Yes. Rewind.
Yeah, so I will I use a reaction to roll a d6 and subtract the result of that creature's attack roll. I can choose to use this feature after the creature's roll, but before the DM determines whether the attack hits or misses.
Okay. That's all right.
Unless a creature is immune to the blinded condition.
Would that mean that
the right music?
Ben?
Does it reduce the damage that you take, or does it do damage back to them? I can look it up.
It subtracts the result from the creature's attack roll.
To hit. Yeah, so this one actually wouldn't count for that situation because it hit with it's a punishment for a natural one, basically. It was
I
too
didn't roll a
close to
natural one.
you. No,
I
you
did.
didn't. Leah did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, so she hit
And
one
it
of
was
her
a consequence of
companions.
Spen's natural one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Too many
right.
needs.
I'm sorry.
No, that's
It
okay.
builds tension.
So what I will do, now that we've gone through that, and I know, I would like to fucking run. I would like to dash away.
Okay. You will
Um,
take an attack of opportunity as you move out of this creature's range.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. It's my to hit. 23. You take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Can I use my uncanny dodge?
I think that's a ranged thing,
When an
isn't it?
attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to half the attack's damage against you.
Yes. Yes, you can. Yep, do it. You can do that
Okay.
once per round.
Oh, okay.
So you take 3
4
points
damage.
of damage.
You said 8.
Oh, it was
That
8. So
4?
yes, 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And you lose 1 on your strength.
Oh, again. All right. Fuck. Okay. So that was my reaction and my action, but I get a bonus action, yes?
Yes, you can use your bonus action. And you are now away, so you can use your bonus
Yes.
action dash.
Where do I see, who do I see nearby? And do I see any hiding places?
You
Well,
see
hiding
Echo
places don't really
and
work, do they?
kind of drawing attention to yourself right now. Echo
Yeah.
and Finn are within range of you. Let's see
Okay.
both of them close by.
I think I'm just gonna run behind Finn and say, Finn, what the fuck?
Can I answer?
All right, anything else for you and I?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Can I answer his what the fuck?
Sure.
I'm sorry with a slight slur. So sorry.
Oh, God. Stop.
And then can I take the thing out?
Pull out the dart out of my neckish shoulder area and can you hit them the next time, please?
I'll try.
Okay.
All right. What was an organized commotion down in this little plateau has now turned into just kind of chaos as the music is breaking apart. There's some shouts, some yells, and the Chorids begin stepping into the various columns around the plateau. And that will bring us to Dash's turn, and then Ree, you'll be next.
So I think Dash will yell to Juniper and say, Juniper, go protect your mom. And then he's just going to, and then I'm just going to run. Well,
mommy is a vibe.
Yeah.
Just as daddy is a vibe.
Protect her. Your person.
Oh, mom.
Mommy is acceptable.
And so then I will run that direction.
Okay.
And
90 feet from you.
Yeah, now I can move 45.
Yeah,
So
you're
I'll use my
fast.
movement and then I'll use my action to dash,
Okay.
um, which
Dash,
should
dash.
get me in the middle. My aim is to get to as close to as many of those shadows as I can.
Okay.
Um, if I find a place that looks good, I will burn 2 key points to bamf out my arms and my mask. Um, so anything that's within any enemies within 10 feet of where I'm at when I bamf out the arms have to do a dex saving throw.
Oh, very nice. Okay, okay.
It's only a DC 13.
Gotcha. Let me see if I have a save. Do I have a save? No. No. Okay. Actually did pretty good though. Yeah, I didn't roll lower than a 14. They all
Gotcha.
pass. So, however many there are, kind of hard to tell.
Right. Yeah, and unfortunately, it's just a meter bust. But anyway, so now I'm there and prepped, but that's all I can do.
All right. Bree, you're up. Omric, you'll be next.
Wonderful. Seeing the Korads go back into their stone, I'll yell, would anyone like to help, or we are your new allies, supposedly? And look around, see if I get any responses.
Nope. It seems kind of like a mad dash going on in here.
All right. Well, I guess it's just us. And I will I'll we're like 90 feet away. Yeah, I'll dash 60 feet, and then I still have a bonus action, right?
Yes.
Cool. I will use my Misty Step to go an extra 30 feet closer so that I'm like not right there, but like on the outskirts of the
Right.
circle.
Okay.
Yeah, of the circle. And can I do and if I'm out of stuff to do, that's fine. But can I do some kind of like perception or insight or arcana check, because the creatures are like made of shadow, right? Or like they look shadow-esque.
That's what you've
Does it
discerned, yeah.
Cool. Does it see can I do some kind of check to see if I think light would affect them at all?
You can make an arcana check.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. That is a 23.
23.
Yes.
It stands to reason. Like, shadows can't really deal too much with direct sunlight, can't really exist with direct light. It's a good deduction to make.
Okay. Great. I will keep that knowledge in my brain. And that is my turn.
Omric, you are up. Echo, you'll be next. Top of the round.
So I'm late because I had to get on Taconite and ride up on him. Arriving to the field of combat, I'm going to leap off, holding my amulet, and I will attempt to abjure the extraplanar.
Yes.
Wow.
So every aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, or fiend within 30 feet that can hear must make a wisdom saving throw. So if these things are any of those, aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, or fiend.
1 second. I passed it somewhere. Okay. They have to make what?
They have to make a wisdom saving throw. Each one must make a wisdom saving throw, DC
Wisdom
13.
saving. Okay. I swear this has pulled up the wrong playlist. It's not the right one. Let me close it. Try it again. Sorry, one moment. I will make your saves. Oh, I think it may have just added it to the last little happy playlist. Okay. This should be good. Here we go. All right. What kind of saves?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Ooh. Okay.
DC 13.
I had 2 fail.
Okay. Those that fail are turned for 1 minute or until they take damage. The ones that are turned have to try to get as far away from me as they can, and they can't willingly end their turn within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
And the only action they can take while they're turned is to dash or try to escape from the prevents it from moving. So
Wow.
those 2 just have to keep trying to get away for a minute.
All right. You see 2 shadows kind of detach themselves from various sharp edges of these stones and peel off into the darkness away from you, but you're still unsure how many more you're dealing with.
Okay. So that was my action. For my bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on. I'm going to cast on Ree.
What's it gonna look like?
So Shimmering Fields appears and surrounds her, and grants her a +2 bonus to AC for the
Nice.
duration.
Thank you.
Very nice. Anything else, Aubrek?
That's all I can do for now. Can I mention that I've positioned myself within I want to be within 5 feet of Indai.
Okay. Easy enough to do. All right, top of the round, Echo.
All right. So I'm going to realize my bow is probably not much use here and see if my skull will do anything. So I would like to use my object, blindly swinging it around.
All right, grabbing your lantern and holding it out in front of you and swinging wide with it. You hear kind of like a high-pitched screeching and screaming, and you see these shadows kind of like darting away from the edges of it as you swing it around. Manage to keep them away from you.
All right. And if I can move, I want to be as close to my companions as I can with that lantern.
Okay. And you can close into everybody else, fall back a bit with it.
Anyone got a light?
Ha
I'll see myself out.
No way, you're the best. Alrighty then. So, as you are looking in triumph at these 2 escaping away from you, Amrek, one kind of shadowy face comes screaming out of the darkness with its appendages out in front of it, reaching for you. 22 to hit.
That'll do it.
Okay. That is 9 points of necrotic damage, and you lose 1 from your strength. Okay, Dash, as you are glaring around at you, you feel a coldness come screaming up behind you. Might not do it. It's a 14 to hit.
No,
No,
doesn't
it
do it.
doesn't hit. You manage to move out of the way just in time. Finn, you hear this whooshing behind you before you turn your head and see one careening out of the darkness. That's an 18 to hit.
God, yeah.
Has 11 points of necrotic damage. You lose 1 on your strength. How many was that? 1, 2,
Damn.
3.
Damn.
Okay, right behind Finn. And then you hear the screeching before it comes flailing at you with 19 to hit.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it today, you guys.
Let me see. Is it? Yeah.
7 points of necrotic damage, and you lose
Cool.
1 of your strength. Okay. That brings us to Finn. And you'll be next.
It's behind me.
Is behind you.
Oh God. And because I'm still slightly intoxicated, I'm going to jump and oh God. And I've got my staff in hand. I guess I'm gonna swing at it because
Swing.
do I know what it is?
It just looks like a shadow to you.
I'm gonna
The
swing at it.
shadow made form. All right, roll to hit. And
What
you
I
yourself
know, no. My staff is probably still on my back. I'm sorry.
said. Okay.
I'm gonna do Fist of Unbroken Air.
Okay. What's that do?
You can create
What's
a
that
blast of compressed air that strikes like a mighty fist. As an action, you can spend 2 key points and choose a creature within 30 feet of you. That creature must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d10 bludgeoning damage.
Nice. So strength saving throw. 12.
Fail.
Okay.
So 3d10. Roll 20.
20 points
20
of
points of
are
bludgeoning
your
damage.
fists considered magical?
Are they considered magical?
Usually at a certain level it'll say your fists count as magical weapons, but I don't know what level that is. Should be under features and traits.
It is for mine. And I think it's a general, I think it's the same for all monks.
Yeah, I think it is too, but
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember
Yes.
what level it is. Yes.
I don't see, it doesn't say your fists are magical anywhere. So
I'll take a look at it when I have a chance. Anyway, okay.
oh yes, my unarmed strikes count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity.
There you go. Beautiful. So your compressed fist of air just slams into this inky blackness and it goes sailing backwards into the darkness. Anything else for you, Finn?
Punched a ghost.
Punched a shadow.
Oh, so good.
Anything else?
I'm gonna look around and make sure I know where my friends, my allies are, and where. I just want to assess the situation and know who is where.
Everybody is relatively close. Ree is slightly set apart from everyone else.
What other enemies are close to me?
You can make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. I'm so sorry. My My phone is very slow. 14.
14. Hard to tell, really. You know, there's just this constant movement in and out of the inky blackness around you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be satisfied with punching the shit out of a ghost.
As you should be.
And
Inda,
did
you're
any
up.
of them leave my, because my threatened range is 10 feet around me with my arms out. Did any of them leave that range when going to attack any of my friends?
No, I don't think so. There's that one that's on your face, but that's it.
Yep.
Okay. Inda, you're up. Dash, you'll be next.
Okay. With quite a bit of rage from being hit and so on, I'm going to find the closest one and use my
Sure.
Psychic Blades attack.
Okay. What does that look like?
So whenever I take the attack action, I can manifest a Psychic Blade from my free hand and make the attack with that blade. Basically, and it is a ranged attack and deals, when it hit on a hit, it deals 1d6 plus 3.
Okay.
psychic
What
damage.
what does it look like when you summon the blade?
It comes in a various set of ways, but with my eyes kind of gleam into a red, like brightness, and I use my hand to kind of swing across, and it I guess the best description would steal from um, Street Fighter, I think, and say Sonic Boom, and and a little arc comes across as I swing it, and make like a little dancing, almost twirl, and it sprays from my hands.
Beautiful. Roll to hit.
Okay.
Okay.
$17.
A 17 hits.
Cool. Damage is gonna be that's a 4. 4 psychic damage.
4 points of psychic damage.
And I will use my bonus action to do the same thing.
All right. Roll to hit.
$17.
17 hits again.
And that will be another 4. So 8 total.
Very good. Anything else for you?
Am I securely behind anyone? I think I'm staying behind Finn and using
I think you said you were behind Finn, so
as some sort of a shield in
Finn is very small.
That's
and You are
okay.
very big.
That's all right.
I'm also nearby. and have a large shield.
Who is also very small.
Not quite
I'm
Ben
like-
small.
I'm kind of
Quite as
ducking behind Finn.
I am the
very
only
small,
one taller.
very short.
All right, Dash, you're up. Ree, you'll be next.
Okay, so I'm just going to try to get this one that's in front of me out of the way first. So punchy
Okay.
time.
Punch the shadow. Roll to hit.
19.
19 hits.
What?
Woo.
That's 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Bludgeoning damage.
It's because I'm using my arms, it's force.
Got it.
And I will take my second attack.
All right, roll to hit.
Oh, and that's a natural 1.
No.
Um, so I will then burn a key point to flurry of blows and take a couple more swings. A
Sorry. Make distracted.
total of 20 to hit.
20 hits.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay.
And is it still being dumb?
It is still being a shadow.
Okay. Does a 13 hit?
A 13 does not hit.
But-
Dissipates in
Humbug.
front of your fist.
That's all I can do.
All right. Ree, you're up. Almeric, you'll be next.
Great. Well, I'll do one thing that I hope works, and I'll cast dancing lights, actually.
Okay.
I'll make 4 like blinding white pulsating lights and kind of I'll move a little closer to the group, but still be kind of like behind everybody, and try and put like one centered over each kind of like group of people.
Okay. The lights appear over everybody's heads, and you hear this kind of screeching and screaming from a multitude of creatures. It's kind of hard to tell exactly how many there are, but you see them all kind of fleeing and massing at the radius of your light.
Oh, great. I hoped that would work. And that's my turn.
Okay. Almeric, you're up.
All right. Are there any within clobbering distance?
Blubbering.
of-
You,
of the
yes,
old
you can get
Warhammer?
within clobbering distance, moving to the edge of the light.
All right. So I'm gonna go, up to the edge of the light and just swing the hammer at one.
All right. Roll to hit.
All right. Warhammer. That is a 24.
24 hits.
All right. So first we're gonna do the bludgeoning damage, which is 8.
Is your
And
weapon magical?
it is not.
Okay. Seems like it doesn't have quite as much impact as you had anticipated.
I was suspecting that, which is why we're gonna add on the Divine Smite,
There we go.
which allows me to deal 2d8 of extra radiant damage.
Okay.
And since this is Divine Smite, this would be beyond the purely physical.
Yep.
Uh,
Smite.
so 2d8. All right, d8 number. All right, 2d8. 13 total.
13 points of damage. And while you had already anticipated this happening and you knew that you were going to have an impact with this divine might behind you, it does far, far more searing and smiting than you had anticipated. And the creature goes screaming backwards, and its form kind of dissipates into the darkness behind you.
Awesome.
Anything else for you?
I'm not seeing anything that says I can't also do my extra attack special.
No.
So we're gonna do that to another one within clock run distance.
Do it. Roll to hit.
Going to hit. Ooh, that's a 15.
A 15 does hit.
All right. So first our bludgeoning. 10,
Okay.
which I'm assuming gets knocked down a bit.
Mhm.
But then we're gonna burn another spell slot and do the Divine Smite again.
Okay.
And that is 4 radiant damage.
The same as before. It's as soon as that impact happens and your hammer glows with this divine light, it almost burns it to ash as it's hitting it, and it kind of dissipates backwards. Anything else for you?
That's my turn. I don't suppose Taconite gets his own turn, does he?
He acts on your turn if you would like for him to.
Okay, and that, but not burning my own actions to do so, right?
No, he just acts on your turn.
Yeah,
You can
okay.
act for him. Yes.
All right. And here I think it might be important to note I've got a choice of whether he's Celestial, Fey, or Fiend. And given the whole Paladin status, he's going to be Celestial.
Okay, very good.
So he's Celestial Spirit Mastiff. And so he is going to bite, which is the thing that Mastiffs do.
Yes, they do. Roll to hit.
All right. 1 moment. First I'm doing this. Okay, so that is nat 20.
Oh, nat
boy!
20.
Good job, Taconite.
The best boy.
Roll your damage and double it.
All right. Damage. D6 plus 1. So that is 7 and doubled for 14.
14. All right, is celestial teeth chomp down, and it's like as he rips through it, it's like the fabric of the whole form is ripped at the same time, and it proceeds to float away with this golden ash on some sort of breeze. Anything else for you?
I think I've done thoroughly enough for my turn.
All right. We are at the top of the round, but it is also 10 o'clock. So let's go ahead and take our break here, and then we'll resume initiative when we come back. Let's try and make it a quicker one if possible, so that we can finish this up. Cool?
Cool.
Yep.
See you
That's
in a
cool.
few.
Thank you. Mhm.
All right. We're in the middle of battle. I'm going to delete all this out of the podcast. So it just sounds like one big battle. We don't really take a break. So we are at the top of the round. Echo, you're up.
I'm going to kind of set my skull down in front of me, and I'm going to take my torch and plant it in the ground and attempt to light it
It stays
with
lit.
my
Your
flint.
skull lantern.
I want the skull lantern in front of me, and I also want to light my torch.
Okay. Excellent. Take you an action to light that up, but it does blaze up into flame, and a few more shadows scatter backwards from the light. Would you like to do anything for your bonus action?
I don't think I can do anything I want to do with my bonus action.
Alrighty.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. The end of your turn. Excellent. Finn, the one that you just took a swing at, is gonna come screaming back at you as you feel the coldness rip over you. Dice roll there. Oh, that's a nat 20.
I am going to step of the wind as a reaction.
Okay. What does that do?
It does. Where'd it go? I just had it pulled up and then I scrolled. It allows me to disengage and spend 1 key point to take the disengage or dash action. Sorry. I can spend 1 key point to take the disengage or dash action as a bonus action and jump a distance. And my jump distance
So
is
you
double
can do
for the
that as a
turn.
bonus action on your
Oh,
turn.
it's not
It's
reaction.
not a reaction. It's a bonus action.
Damn. Okay.
Sorry.
It's coming at me. Okay.
Sorry. Okay. So that's going to be 8 points of damage, doubled to 16 plus 2, 18 points of necrotic damage.
5 feet.
You lose 1 strength.
Am I within 5 feet?
Yeah-ish, yeah.
All right, so then I have a reaction. I've got the interception fighting style, so I can have that damage
Yes.
down to 9.
Thank you.
9 points of damage then. You still lose 1 strength?
Yep. That brings me to. I'm not going to tell you.
You don't want to tell me these things. You've got
Okay.
your things.
So
All right.
it's come at me, and now I get to hit it.
Not yet. It's not your turn.
Oh, I thought you said it was my turn. Oh, it's
No.
turn.
It's
Gotcha.
its turn. Okay. And then one will come screaming out of the darkness at Echo. Now that's going to be an 8 to hit.
8 does not hit.
One comes after Ree. That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
9 points of necrotic damage. You lose 1 strength. And then no one will come at Dash. I've already done Dash. Not gonna hit anyway. 12 points of, or 12 to hit, which is, I don't think it's gonna hit. And then one comes after Indie. That's a 7 to hit, which also will not hit. Right, and then one comes up screaming after Omric. Nope, 11 to hit. Damn, that was a shit round for me. All right, Finn, you're up. Indie, you'll be next. Muted.
Sorry, I was munching on some chips. All right. I'm going to beat the shit out of the shadow. Because the ones right next, like the one that attacked me, were engaged.
Yes, you are engaged.
Okay. I'm going to start with my bonus action, Fury of Blows.
Okay.
And that is a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
And that. I'm just seeing if I understand if it does more. So it's 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay.
So that's, does it use the same roll?
No.
For both of
roll
those?
First, no.
Okay.
Roll for each one.
So 25 was the first.
Yep, that hits.
Natural 1 for the next.
But does not hit.
Damage for the first is 7.
7 points of damage. Okay.
And then for my attack action, I'm going to Fast of Unbroken Air again. And you have to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. You can do that. It's gonna be a 5.
So that's in the save. And then it takes 3d10. Oh, and that's 23 points of damage.
23 points of damage. It goes screaming back into the night. Anything else for you?
Right. That's right, bitch. You better run.
All right, Indai, you are up. Dash, you'll be next.
Okay. What am I looking at? Can I see? How many of them do I see?
Make a perception check.
That's a nat 20.
A nat 20. You know, there's at least 8 to 10 of them amassing around the edges of the lights and whirling around your friends.
Okay. I think I'm gonna follow Echo's suit.
Okay.
And reach into my bag and grab my torch and stab it into the ground next to me and light it.
All right. It flares into light, and a couple of shadows go skittering back from you.
And I'll use my. Well, is that an action, bonus action, or is that just an action?
It would be an action to light a torch, yeah.
So I'll use my
an
bonus, just standing next to my torch, to attack the nearest one with my psychic blades.
Is that a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay. Roll to hit.
So that's a 9.
Oh, 9 does not hit. Just whiffs through the air. All right.
Hey.
And then I'll just hang out next to my torch.
Okay. Dash, you're up. Where you'll be next.
Well, I'm not really paying attention to what's going on in my periphery. All I can see is my enemy. So I'm just going to keep on swinging.
All right. Roll to hit.
First attack is a 9 to hit.
9 does not hit.
Second attack is a 10 to hit.
A 10 also does not hit.
So then I will just use my bonus action attack. I'm not going to flurry this time.
Okay. You know the drill.
So that is a 22 to hit.
There you go.
So that's 4 damage.
4 points of damage?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Anything else for you?
No.
All right. Ree, you're up. Omric, you'll be next.
Wonderful. I will hold concentration on the dancing lights. Does it seem like it's doing something to them, like it's holding them, keeping them kind of away from us?
Oh, they are definitely staying out of the radius of light that emerges from them.
Okay, great. Awesome. Cool. So I will hold on to those and then also cast Shatter at a third level. I feel like a piercing sound comes kind of like from the bulbs itself. You can kind of see it ripple through.
Nice. What kind of saves are those?
That is a Constitution save.
What's the DC?
15.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them fail.
Nice. Okay, great. So that
Okay.
is 4d8 to the people who failed, so 10 to anyone who failed, and then 5 to anybody that passes.
Mm-hmm. What type of damage is that?
That is, I believe it is thunder. Oh, thunder damage. Thunder.
Thunder damage. Perfect. The rocks around you kind of shake in response to the thunder that peals out from you. Anything else?
No, I will just make sure if they aren't already that the like 4 lights that I have up are kind of positioned around us in a safe way.
Gotcha. All right. Omric, you're up. Echo,
All right,
you'll
we'll
be
start with
next.
Taconite going after one of the ones that has not yet been dealt with.
Got it. Roll to hit.
That is no, sorry, 14. 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay, good to know. I'm gonna Warhammer.
Warhammer it up.
That is an 8, so that's not gonna work.
That hits.
But I'm going to extra attack and Warhammer again.
All right.
This time it's a 20.
20 does hit.
Bludgeoning of 9. Radiant. So I'm going to Divine Smite again. So Radiant of 6.
6. It goes smashing into particles of darkness off into the night.
All right, that's my turn.
Top of the round. Echo, you're up.
I am going to attempt to light a scrap of my bedroll when it is wrapped around my arrow.
Ooh.
And shoot it is the goal.
All right. Roll to hit.
Paper train.
26.
26 definitely hits.
That'll be 11 points of piercing damage.
11 points of piercing damage.
With
And
5?
it's almost like the central core of this creature kind of ignites and it seems to dissipate into ash. It flies up into the night sky. Anything else for you, Echo?
Fire seems to work. That's it.
All right. Currently, all of these shadows are being held at bay by these lights and not quite able to get to you. You see them occasionally surging into the light before giving this screech and growl and scream before it recoils from the light again. Finn, you're up, and you'll be next.
The one is still far from me.
There's quite a few of them, yeah.
They're. What's the nearest one?
It's probably about. What kind of light does your dancing lights give off, Ree?
What do you mean, what kind?
Mm.
How
What's the
far does it-
radius of it?
Oh, sorry. 10 foot radius.
So about 10 feet from you.
Okay. I am going to approach the nearest one.
Okay.
And I'm going to Fist of Unbroken Air again.
All right. Roll to hit. That was so good. That was so good.
Hmm?
That was so good.
What?
The bread and the oil. Thank you.
That is an 8.
An 8 does not hit.
Wait, it doesn't. Question.
Answer.
I'm sorry I fucked that up because I forgot that it's a strength saving throw, not a to hit.
Ah,
Not an
gotcha.
attack roll.
Strength saving throw. 4.
Definitely fucking fails. So that takes 3d10 again. See if we can beat 25. No, it's 8.
8 points of damage. Gives a shriek and a squeal.
Yeah, and then I still have a bonus action. Flurry of blows, which is a roll. It's a 1-2, so that's a 25 and a 10.
10 does not hit. The 25 does.
That's 8 damage.
8 points of damage. What else for you?
That's it.
All right. And you're up. Dash will be next.
Okay. So I seem to remember I had a salty beverage.
Yes.
I'm going to pick up my my torch and
Okay.
drink a big mouthful of salty beverage and blow my fiery alcoholic breath at the bad guy.
I love that. Improvised weapon. Roll to hit.
Oh yeah, I gotta find that. Hold on.
Your roll plus your dexterity. Not your proficiency, though.
Okay. So that's plus 3, 17.
17 hits.
Sweet. And then would that be an unarmed strike? What am I using here?
Yeah, and I'll give you I'll give you 2d6 fire damage too.
All right. That's 10 points.
10 points. The creature bursts into flame and you hear it squealing, screeching piercing through your mind as it turns to ash into the sky. Anything else for you and I?
I'm just
Like that. I like that.
I'm gonna just stand my ground and put my torch back in the ground.
Very nice. Dash, you're up. Ree, you'll be next.
So where are the lights, the dancing lights in relative space to where I'm at?
They're somewhat directly overhead. You've got about a 10-foot radius to play inside of. They're just right outside of your normal arm range.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm basically just going to stand like basically in the as directly under one of them as I can and just kind of dance around in that area because I have 10-foot reach right now anyway.
Nice.
And just swing at whatever is closest to me.
Pow pow into the darkness. Roll to hit.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
All right. So 9 damage.
9 points of damage.
Swing again. 22 to hit.
22 also hits.
That's 8 damage.
8 points of damage.
So feeling feisty, I'm gonna burn my last key point to flurry again.
Yes. Do the thing.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
Another 6 damage.
Oh, yeah. 6 damage.
And just a 12 to hit on the last one.
A 12 does not hit, unfortunately.
And I'm just standing there in my little spotlight, just dancing a jig, trying to keep enough space between me and them, and also try to keep their interest away from other people, hopefully.
Very nice. All right, Ree.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like we're making any discernible impact on these assholes.
Doesn't it, though?
No, I mean, I can punch them, but they're just like, "Ha, we're back, bitch!" And, yeah. How many rounds has it been now? 4? 5?
4. 24 seconds.
Okay, it's only been 24 seconds. Okay, sorry. I just feel like I'm beating the shit out of some of these guys, and they just are just like, whatever, no big deal.
They're shadows.
Shadows. Bad shadows.
All right, Ree, you're up. I'm
Yeah. Holding the lights up. Moving slightly to follow Dash's little dance. Much like a spotlight harkening back to the performance. And third level shatter from the lights again.
Do it.
All right, 4d8. And it's a con save of 15 for them.
Con save. Significantly fewer dice now. Two fails.
2 fails. They take 17. Everyone else takes half of 17, which is 8.
Yes, very good. Your peal of thunder rings out. A few pebbles shake loose from the mountains and come down cascading around you at your feet.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the
And
screaming continue.
Very unsettling. Can I also just take a look around to see if they're just get a glimpse of if they are kind of dissipating in any way, or if this feels a little futile?
Okay, make a perception check.
Not just me.
15.
15. It seems that there are significantly fewer than there were. The movement isn't quite as rampant and in mass as it was
Okay.
before.
Great. Good. All right. It looks like it's working, folks. And that's my turn.
All right, Amrik, you're up.
Taconite jump.
Jump.
That's a 5. That's not gonna work.
5 does not hit.
Still a very good boy.
Still the very, very
Hard
good boy.
to catch shadow in darkness.
Yep. All right. Warhammer round number 1. That's a 10. That's not gonna do it.
10 doesn't do it.
2, 17.
17 does do it.
And again, we're gonna divine smite. We're gonna burn a spell slot again. Now I'm burning a level 2 spell slot, so now it's 3d8. So here we go. So that's 14 radiant damage on top of the bludgeoning.
14. There is one fewer scream as it dissipates into ash, into the darkness. Anything else for you, Amrik?
Not much more to do on my end. Nope, I'm good.
All right. Top of the round, Echo.
As I look around, is there are the party fires still burning? Like, is there any sign from that ring of rock that could be helpful?
There are still fires that are burning. There is no movement on the little plateau where the dance was held.
I would advise we come across a more stable form of light. However, I will continue to fire, and then I do so
Just with your arrow?
with a flaming arrow.
Flaming arrow. All right. Roll to hit.
Okay, so that is 14.
A 14 does not hit.
All right, then. Then I am frustrated and done.
All right, your arrow sails into the darkness, and you hear kind of a piercing cry from one of them, which is echoed around and around and around and around, and you all begin to see this movement kind of falling back from your light. Brings us to Fen.
Fucking shadows. We are going to, let's see, I'm almost out of key points. So I can't do best of unbroken air. I'm going to bonus action, flurry of blows. 1, 2, left, right.
Okay.
24 and
24 hits.
natural 1.
Natural 1 does not hit.
Anything happen with the natural 1?
We'll find out.
More damage.
4 points of damage. Okay. Anything else?
I guess just unarmed strike, which is just 1.
Okay. Disadvantage on that one.
At disadvantage, okay. Oh no, oh no. $13.
13 does not hit. Swing wildly into the darkness. Godly, what? Yeah. Sorry. All right. Anything else for you? No?
No.
And you're up.
Okay.
Figures seem to be retreating from the light.
All right. So I'm gonna walk. I'd like to walk to the edge of the light.
Okay.
And just stand there and wait.
Okay. Do you want to hold your action?
Yes. But standing at the edge of the light.
Okay. All right, Dash, you're up. Ree, you'll be next.
Yeah, I'm not, unless there's any within my range at this point, I'm not going to move out of the
Hard to
light.
tell, but it looks like they are falling back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Do
I
you
mean,
also like to
I
hold your
figure
action?
I figure I've got, I've got 120 feet of astral sight going right now. So
You can very clearly see all of these shadows falling back from you. The closest one is about 30 feet away.
okay, and I'll just say it looks like they're leaving our safe range.
Ree, you're up.
Great. On that note, I will come again, like just closer and kind of join close to everyone, and I'll send just one of the four lights like further out and like follow them as it chases them away, or follow the creatures as it chases them away.
Okay. They fall back hissing from the light and accelerate further, faster into the shadow.
Awesome. If we want to find more stable light, like the campfire, I can keep these with us as we move.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's retreat.
All
Let's
right.
go to
Prudent.
Omric then.
It's a group.
Are we all going to
Yep.
retreat back?
So I'll move in the direction that Ree's leading in, but I'm gonna have Taconite stay at the edge of the circle of light, as am I. Taconite lunge out to do one more chomp, if there's something within reach. If not, just being intimidating.
He could chase after one and catch it.
Um,
But if he stays where he is,
Nah.
everything's kind of moved out of range.
he'll just stay where he is. He and I will just be rear guard at the edge of the circle.
Roll for intimidation.
All right. Not needed this
Growl of
time.
Ilmater.
All right. You all fall back to the relative safety of the campfires. We will be out of initiative unless you're planning on something else.
Are they all gone?
It doesn't appear, you don't appear to have been followed.
I think I'm still staying at the edge. Just a little bit over the line of light.
Okay.
Then I was gonna say that was a total fucking buzzkill. What were those things?
Shadows come to life. It seems probably something more specific, but that's my best guess.
Akko and Endai, you found them?
Yes.
I don't know if found is the right word.
Do you mean they
Right.
found you?
I know that Echo moved away and said there was movement, so we hid in the shadows, and that didn't seem to work very well.
No. And where the fuck are Rocky friends? Some allies.
So I think I'm gonna use thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy? Is that how you pronounce that?
Mhm.
And
Yep.
uh, manifest a supernatural sounding booming voice and say, Alagarthus.
Arthas? What? Why?
Archantal?
Argantal?
Huh? I
Do you
didn't
mean
hear any.
Argantal?
Yeah, that one. I thought I
Well,
wrote down
one
the
of
right one.
those.
Algarth
Alagarthus
is
is
the
the
guy we
prince.
help get home.
Jagu.
It rumbles and reverberates through the rocks around you, but you do not receive a response.
They've all cleared off. There's no sign of anyone but us here now.
Nope, you don't see anything.
Does anyone else have
I
a big fucking problem with getting left in the lurch like that?
just a little bit, yes, especially because they seem to be very close to their camp, and I thought they would have been a little bit more concerned,
Aye,
given
aye. Is everyone all right? I'm sorry again and die about that. How's the shoulder?
Um, I don't know. It's fine.
Sorry
I'll
about that.
just walk away.
Yeah.
I'm
And I'll make it a point to like give you a nice shoulder clap reassuringly and transfer some HP from the lay on hands pool as I do, just subtly. Maintaining your dignity, of course. Just good effort.
maintaining dignity.
And
Okay.
then I'll let's see, let's say maybe 10 HP to you and I.
All right.
And then
Thank you.
I'll offer a hand to Fen as well.
Yeah, I'm slightly
Thank
maybe I don't
thank
know. What do their attacks do? Like, am I singed? Am I smoking? Am I bruised?
Yes.
What about the
Does
strength?
it feel
strength
very
points?
weak?
You
yeah.
do. Yeah.
So do you, and I. So do you, Ree.
pretty much the
I
same as
forget
normal,
who else got it.
truthfully.
Yeah, I took a hit to strength as well, and I can't do much about that, but I can at least help as I'm doing the handshake to Fen. I can transfer another, let's say 15 hit points to you.
How'd you do that? I feel better.
That's one of the virtues of my faith.
Which faith is that?
I'm a paladin of the Church of Ilmater, the suffering god, the broken god.
Thanks.
Heavy sigh.
What to do?
Well, I guess I can't get over that they just ditched us like that. We were all in it together for a minute there and they wanted us to be allies. It's quite the slight.
I wonder if they're familiar with what this is and I don't know, tried to deal with them before and knew to run off, or if that's just kind of their general MO.
Hmm,
That is what they did when we approached them the first time.
fair. Maybe they're not really strong allies.
At the
They
very
seem
least, they don't seem to like the up close stuff. As they've been fighting with the Brigganocks, we've seen them try to keep more at a distance, which, given their overall size, makes a certain amount of sense to me. They aren't exactly built like brawlers.
In a hush, I'm gonna lower my voice. Why is it we wanted to ally with them in the first place? What is it we're getting out of this? Are we just being altruistic here? I mean,
Pointedly looking at Amrik and Bree.
I mean,
There are
really?
many, there are many different ways that folks can be helpful. That the work we did with Aligarthus, for example, gave us a map, which is information that we didn't have before. The Koreds are opposed to Endlin and may have other things that we haven't yet talked about. And knowing someone who can vanish into stone is its own virtue. We don't know where else they might be able to do that, but if they can do it here, and they might be able to do it elsewhere. So even if they aren't here to mix it up with
I
Celestial
an
Shadow, or
ally's an ally.
yeah,
It's always
yep.
better to not be alone. Sorry.
You think they have
I'm
a
just gonna be
more
holding
courage
my
after
skull and looking at it, stroking Juniper.
It's very bright.
See if
think
I
they
can
would have a
angle
little
it
more
like
courage based on their drinking habits.
I don't know. It hasn't always been my experience that courage and drinking go in direct relation to one another.
Indirect or in space direct?
In space direct,
All right.
if I take your meaning correctly.
Uh-huh. You did.
they all seem quite downtrodden and despairing in the face of Endlin's reign. They seem to be kind of a I can't think of the word right now, but
Oppressed.
yes, depressed, defeated, um very resigned to their fate, I think.
Disheartened.
Disheartened, yes, all of those. They
they
seem
seemed
resigned
very
to their
willing.
fate.
They seemed very willing to party to me.
They're pretty big partiers. That's what I was thinking.
Well,
Well,
I mean, like they said before, or I think it even might have been, well, I don't want to speak ill of the little dandelion dude because we don't know. I guess technically we don't know that they were bad or good. Um, but he did say that you know, that the Korads have not danced since Inland took over. So this was their first time partying down for quite some time. I mean, I think if something interrupted that, I wouldn't be too interested in running out to fight them when I've got a big bonfire and everything right here.
How do you remember that? It's a good memory.
Huh, they only said it a few days ago.
Stuff. I don't know. I feel that. I mean, I know I'm the newcomer here, but I just feel like so many uncertainties have happened and unusual things have happened. I mean, this is the fucking Fae. We've been a wee bit too trusting. I don't know. I mean, you've been very accepting of me, and I hate to look that gift horse in the mouth, but this just, I don't know. You've lost the other friends, and now these shadow freaks and these big, I mean, these have to be some buff. I mean, they're rocks, for God's sake. They can't be so weak.
Well, maybe we'll get a better picture of it when we talk to the Brigganocks when we go down there. I mean, who knows? We may find out that from their perspective, they're just trying to live their lives and getting rocks chucked at them.
Mm.
Who knows?
Trying to live in peace. That's fair. It's fair.
Yeah. I mean, they said the Korads say that they're Indolin's tools, for lack of a better term, but
All right.
that's still just their opinion, you know.
So, completely ignoring what everyone else has said, what do you say about continuing our mission?
I am very weak right now.
Yeah, if our mission involves taking a nap, I am
I'm
super
very, very
excited to
weak.
continue the mission.
I think I have to continue the mission. Yes.
I think a rest is definitely in order for those of us who don't quite have your hardy constitution, Echo.
Very well. I suggest you get close to the fire.
Yeah, I think that's wise.
Mhm.
Your patience with us is, as ever, a blessing. Thank you.
Good
Right,
idea.
are we all settling in for a quick nap?
I mean, they know we're here. Let's stay warm tonight and put some wood on the fire. And then curl up
I
next
will
to the
keep a
fire.
sentry's rest.
You're gonna take a long rest. Excellent. All right, you all settle in for the evening, broken and exhausted. Echo, you can make a perception check for me, please. Everybody
25.
else can make a constitution saving throw.
Oh, God.
Mm,
Uh,
Oh, no.
A 19 for me.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
that is a but I think I'll use my D6 of inspiration.
I have inspiration?
Okay.
I do have inspiration.
Yeah.
What dice is that?
A D6, I think. I know. I wrote it
D6.
down.
9.
Okay,
15.
second.
we're down to a 10.
What am I missing? Oh. Sorry, I'm gonna get them for me one more time. Indie, what was yours?
9.
Thank you. Dash 19.
Yes, ma'am.
Finn
9.
9. Bree
15.
Echo. Echo, you didn't have to make one. It's
I
all
made
right.
a perception.
Perception check. Mark, what was yours?
10.
10. All right, and your perception, Echo?
Favorite terrain, so 24.
Beautiful.
24. The night passes quietly, eerily quietly after kind of the cacophony of the chorid dance from before. You notice a few of your companions not really resting very easily. They're kind of tossing and turning in their sleep, and just don't seem to get quite a really good night's rest. But you all come to consciousness the next day. Your levels of strength that you lost fighting the shadows have been returned to you. And you wake up feeling yourselves. Day is yours, Undeciders.
Hmm.
What would you like to do?
Have we like mechanically achieved a long rest? Just to clarify.
Yes.
Yes.
How do I do that on the app? Does anyone know?
There's a
It
button
should
for
be
it.
up at the top. It says long rest.
Oh, thank you. It's the bonfire button. Thank you.
All right. What would you like to do, gang?
Is there any sign of Borads this morning?
Make a perception check.
Hmm?
Doesn't sound promising.
19.
19. You don't necessarily see any movement around you, but you swear you can feel a little bit of a rumble beneath your feet.
Mm-hmm. Well, would we like to share any of our concerns from last evening with the Korads? I think they're probably around and can hear us even if we can't see them.
They didn't break any agreement with us.
I think
It's not a very noble thing for an ally to do, to abandon a compatriot during battle, but
I think just make a note of it for ourselves as we move forward with them. Take that into consideration with our agreement. I mean, I know that
Also, as of last night, they were just our hosts. We hadn't yet completed our end of the agreement.
handshake, an agreement's an agreement. It's a matter
Right, and the agreement was that we would help resolve the situation with the Brigganocks, which we have not yet done.
Mm.
And what was their end? What did they agree to do? Echo, was that look in character? The eye roll. They didn't actually promise us anything though, did they? I think maybe we should take that into consideration, and if we feel that we need to discuss something, maybe it should be what it is they're doing for us. Not that I'm opposed to being altruistic, but
at a certain point, just sacrificing yourself for people over and over tends to be a little detrimental.
I
it's
have
not
no idea what you're
healthy.
talking about.
It's not healthy.
What does the game board look like?
Looks much the same, except there are no pieces on it currently.
Okay. Is the game board solid? Like, is it attached to the ground or is it removable?
It's like carved into a stone that appears to be basically grown. But it's
Okay.
all one solid piece.
So I can't knock it over.
I mean, certainly try.
Yeah. I think I know when to let go of that. I'm just gonna
All right.
stand over by the edge, and just start knocking on the shale column with my hands, just over and over and over.
It's really cold.
Okay.
All right. Even those of you who are skeptical, the information we have is that the Brigganocks, according to the Koreds, are in league with Endelin, and there's a way from their mines into Endelin's palace, but that would be a stealthy way in. So it
Didn't
would
he
seem
invite
that
us in?
it would serve us well to go and investigate the situation with the Brigganocks, one way or another, whatever that does for us with the Koreds.
So let's continue the mission.
Yes.
Well, I have a question. What exactly, I mean, we've been given the golden ticket, right? What exactly is our goal? We've been invited in. What?
Yeah, but we've kind of been invited sort of to each of them to an
Mhm.
extent, and has not gone particularly swimmingly any of the times, really.
Practically speaking, it would do us well to have multiple points of ingress.
Yeah, my feeling was also just knowing another route out potentially.
We
If
have a map, right?
correct.
And our
We have
goal.
we have a map with one person's information on it.
Okay.
We don't know how complete his information was.
And we also don't know where the secret tunnel might come
Secret
into
tunnel.
where it might come into the castle as well.
That's not
'Cause It
very
may
helpful.
it may come in the sub basement, or it may come in. Who knows? Or if it even actually does, or if there's
How far are we from the castle now?
About 3 days.
3 days.
How far
Maybe
away
we
from
should.
mine?
About 2.5 days.
Mm.
Suppose we can discuss this as we move on. Is there any
In
food on the
opposite
table?
directions. There is
Oh,
no food on the table. And in
food
fact,
on the
there's no
tables.
tables. There's no
There's no
tables.
tables. There's nothing.
There's the game board, the 2 chairs, and the 8 columns. Megaliths.
I'm just gonna go sit in one of the chairs.
Make it. No, I'm just kidding.
No
up.
more chairs.
Not the chair, our
Not
greatest
for you.
foe.
I take
It is a
like
stone
before
chair.
I
It's
sit down,
really
I
not comfy.
yeah, before I sit down, I just take a deep breath and look at it, kind of like check for tongues, and then I sit down.
No tongue
Thought we were
appears.
staunchly anti-chair.
And do you mind if I look in the bag?
What for?
Peace of mind.
Your
And I just reach in and see if I can find any of the, because we spent almost an hour, like one for me, one for the bag with meat. So I just want to see if that's in there, or if that was just something magical that's no longer available.
Okay.
you
Stick
say
your
that out
hand out
loud?
and send your thoughts towards the kebabs, and you do feel a few of them hit your hand inside of the
Okay.
bag.
I just pull out one and start eating it.
Okay.
I
And
instantly
I
take
just
the
give
bag away,
I just
grab
give a
one.
thumbs up to Endai.
Hey, let me look at
I'll
a rule
instantly
real
take the
quick.
bag away and take one out for myself.
1 sec.
I'll eat
1
half of
second,
it and
please.
throw it to Juniper.
Hang on. Okay, we get our tags with items based on. Okay. Okay. You have a kebab. Sorry, I had to look at a rule. It's not as hot as it was last night.
Well, no.
Even though it's frozen in time?
Who said it's frozen in time?
You did. That the bag of holding is like a
It's
once it goes in.
It's an extra dimensional portal.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was
Creates a
frozen.
pocket dimension.
Okay.
Uh,
The all that extra dimension mumbo jumbo escapes me. So I still eat half of it and throw the rest to Juniper.
It snatches it out of the air.
so our objective is to get to the castle or the mine. Because if it's in opposite directions, it would conceivably take us twice as long to get to the castle through the mines.
Possibly, unless there's some sort of portal that brings us to the castle from the mine. Some kind of fancy magical way to get there. Who knows?
I suppose it boils down to, are we comfortable with a full frontal assault, or do we want to engage in subterfuge?
It just seems that everything we do is visible. So it
Yes, I
doesn't make
think
a
that,
difference.
Yeah.
I do think that our best attempts at stealth so far have been perceived and picked up on. So I don't know how much sneaking in would help us, though I do think having perhaps a secret exit could be a good idea.
I agree.
Also, if we elect not to go to the mines, you will have broken your agreement with these rock folk.
But all we've done is agree. I mean, just agree to do someone a favor for what, at what cost?
At the group's cost on occasion.
Could we, if so, they work for the high guy,
That's what we've been told.
right? So if we defeat the hag, would it not, just eliminate all the time? No.
Hmm.
Eliminate the Brigganocks, you mean?
I guess can you tell me a bit more about these Brigganocks?
You know as much as we do at this point.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
That said, I think there is value in learning more about that situation.
Amy, DM, would I know, because they're mining, right?
Mhm.
Would I conceivably have would any of my research have given me any insight maybe into these creatures?
You can make a history check. Why?
12.
12? No. Fae shit is weird.
We were told by the Korads that they're mining and stripping the land for Endelin, that they're hiding designs for mechanical devices in the theater, which would be good for us to know about.
Mm.
And at least supposedly something to power a device to see into the future. All of which, again, seems like things would be good to know about before we engage directly with Endelin.
Okay. And I don't mean to be a voice of dissent in any way. I've been, where I come from, we're taught to question things and try to look at things objectively. And as a newcomer, I suppose that's in the best position to do that. But happy to. I didn't want to derail our plans.
No,
I'll be fully committed.
I think it's important to have to see everything from as many sides as we can. Uh, but I do agree with Amrik, and if we could perhaps take out whatever allows her Endelin to see into the future, or have divining capabilities, that would definitely help our cause. So I'm absolutely a fan of finding out more about that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to the mines?
To the mines.
I think so.
I will lead.
We will follow.
I will hide.
You will hide. All right. Setting or sneaking off down the path towards the crossroads that you know will eventually lead you to the Briggannock mine. that's where we'll go ahead and end for tonight. Hooray! Another one on the
Yay.
books. We did it, gang.
Woohoo.
Good job,
That was a
us.
tough,
Yeah.
that was a tough battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mia, welcome.
Back to darkness.
Spooky shadows.
Spooky
Spooky.
shadows. I like spooky shit. All right. Well, I forgot to say it last episode, so hello, future me. I will see you
Hi.
very soon. And we will go ahead and say good night. Make sure you go and like and subscribe and follow and rate and comment and engage. And we have a Discord and a Facebook and a Twitter and there's things, and you should find us on the things. So engage.
All the platforms.
All the
Bye.
platforms.
All the platforms except Instagram. I hate Instagram. Anyway, I know. Don't judge me.
Monster.
I don't like it. Anyway, we'll be back in a couple of weeks and we will see you then. All right, everybody say bye.
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 Bye.